So this is the Galaxy Note 10 Plus, a behemoth of a smartphone that even for its age manages to fit right into today's market. And that of course brings me to my first topic, design. Now, like with any of Samsung's flagships, the Note 10 Plus is a really high-end device sandwiched between two pieces of glass with an aluminum frame right in the middle that have made the phone feel and look premium. And although Samsung is straying away from the curved edges this year, I personally didn't mind them on the Note 10 Plus. But with them, you did get some accidental touches, but after using it for so long, you kind of get used to it. And while the added benefit is that you get a more immersive experience with the screen almost spilling over, you get more screen and while a phone that feels more compact. And with the screen being the one thing you spend the majority of the time staring at, the Infinity O display has been no joke. Quad HD with a 91% screen to body ratio, and I gotta say it's one of the best displays I've seen and used, and it's made watching or consuming any content for that matter really enjoyable. With that said, a beautiful design also come with minor setbacks, and well, for starters, the dual glass on the front and back make this an extremely fragile, not to mention slippery phone. So I've been rocking D-brand script case and skins, and that's managed to keep the phone looking quite pristine. In addition, with the Note 10 came the death of the headphone jack, which I'm sure many of you miss, but that's kind of been the norm for a while. Now, Samsung usually runs a promo with their phones and throws in a few extra credits, enough for a good pair of wireless earbuds like the Galaxy Buds Plus. But you gotta give it to Samsung, the Note 10 Plus has aged quite well. Even with today's flagships, the Note 10 still manages to look good even when compared to the S20 or the OnePlus 8, although specs might say otherwise. Which brings me to my next topic, performance. So the phone comes preloaded with 12GB of RAM that make the phone feel much snappier, as it allows for apps to stay open in the background longer. In return, you get a sense of the phone being much faster, and that being said, it has managed to handle tasks quite well. In addition, the Snapdragon 855 has allowed for better battery management even with some pretty intensive use. And as a Note user, I'd expect you to be a power user. Again, you can definitely zoom through anything you throw at this phone, but one thing to note, no pun intended though, is that when gaming, although I haven't seen any drop frames, the phone does tend to get quite hot. Luckily, no Note 7 incidents have occurred, at least in my experience. Samsung has also updated their software to One UI 2.0 and has allowed for some great improvements. And again, the 855 just makes even the hardest of tasks feel snappy on this device. Not to mention just switching between apps, and even the new gestures have allowed for a better and faster experience. Of course, there's still some UI elements that I would definitely like to see gone, but it's a huge improvement from where Samsung started. A huge step forward with the Note 10 Plus was its cameras, and oh how great have they been. Pictures come out looking crisp with 16 megapixel main shooter, and even with video, the super steady mode has helped shoot handheld 4K, and it looks way better than you expect. If you're a starting YouTuber and maybe don't want to spend much on a phone and camera, then the Note 10 Plus can definitely be an option to you. Again, with a great device comes some gimmicks. Samsung has been known to throw everything into their flagships, and although the S Pen is one of its best selling features, it has allowed for some pretty gimmicky stuff. I personally didn't tend to use the S Pen so often, at least when taking selfies or switching between camera modes, and I know it could be helpful or beneficial, I just never saw myself using it for that. On the other hand, when I needed to jot down information like a cell phone number, a tracking number, or an address, the S Pen has helped in those situations, and it's also been a lifesaver when screenshotted and being able to edit or mark and take notes right on the spot. Overall, the Note 10 Plus has been a hell of a device, and I would definitely recommend picking one up if you're on the fence, especially since the S20 has a pretty hefty price tag. I think it's aged quite well in terms of design and performance. But let me know what you think of the device, or are you just waiting for the Note 20? Let me know down below. But anyways, that's been it. If you enjoyed, hit that like button, subscribe for more as we're almost to 1,000 subs, and we'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace.